Hi, parents of class of 2023 students. Hope you're having a great day. I know at the end of the school year, one thing on your minds is when will your student be able to get ready to go to college? Get ready to do the applications, see if essays if needed, and to plan out the colleges they'll be applying to. Most high schools have a guidance counselor, but they only give you limited help. If they promise help, there's only so much they can deliver. I hope you're aware of that. But that's why we're here. We have a great college application support program. I have a great team of experts, and I myself will lead the effort to help your student go to an affordable college and get their career started. It'll all start with a college readiness meeting, but before we get there, let me talk to you about what your summer is going to be like. I think the big issue is going to be how will your youth spend the summer, um, given the fact that they're looking at college, looking at applying for college. Okay, so let's look at that. I got some slides I prepared for you here. So how will your youth spend the summer before 12th grade? That's the big question. And that's this summer coming up right now for most of you. Now, I'm very interested in solving some of your dilemmas with how to work the summer, because you have a lot of things on your mind and you're very busy, and I can tell you how exactly I can help. So here we go. One way you might spend the summer is vacation. That'll be part of the summer. After the pandemic, you'll wish to your youth to travel with your family. Maybe you're visiting family. Maybe you haven't seen them in 3 years and 2 years, and maybe it's time to do that. Sometimes families are gone for weeks, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sometimes the youth are gone all summer. I want you to rethink that if you want them to get ready for college. That's not going to be possible for you to do both of those things. And each one is equally rewarding, so you'll have to decide. Work. Many of your students will want to work because they're tired of not having money. You might want them to work too. It's not a bad idea. I support students working. They can work many hours. And sometimes when they work a lot of hours, they're too tired, considering they want to have a social life too. They're certainly too tired, too busy to work on applications. So you'll have to wait till fall, or maybe you don't after this presentation. Many of you have planned, or your youth has planned, athletic or university programs and enrichment activities, which you believe will help your youth to get into the college of their choice. That's great, but that takes a lot of time up. So if they have a long college list, it won't be very long, because when they get to the fall, they're going to have school. So you'll have to start something in the summer, and that's the problem. Because you also want them to take the August SAT and or start applications. That's where the dilemma is. I need to encourage you to resolve this dilemma very quickly. And if so, you'll want to know when you can start your student. It's not easy when you have a relatively long list for your students to do the essays without any planning, without someone helping them, and to get them edited and reviewed, and to have some kind of summer to do those things above, unless you have help. And that's where we come in to help you. We're a subsidized program. We can do it for a very low price, but we want to sit down with you and plan that out. It's very important. So that's the big dilemma you'll need to address as a parent. How do we do all these activities, or some or one of these activities, and still be ready for either the SAT or to start applications? That's a lot on you as a parent. I do want to say we have SAT prep for the August test. You can look us up online, but starting the applications is really the issue. You want them to start, but they have these things they're doing. And students also think they can shut down in the summer. You're fighting against that too. Here's how close you are to doing applications. Here's how close you are. They'll show you how the application delivery support comes in. There's different kinds of schools. Out-of-state public universities, California State Universities, there are 23 of those. Early action private colleges, Universities of California, 9 of those. Okay. Then regular period private colleges. Those are the 5 different types of colleges. When do you apply? As early as September 15th, they'll start submitting applications to out-of-state public universities. California State Universities, they can start October 1st. We have a great support program for both of these. We'd love to help your student to apply to Cal States and out-of-state public universities. November 1st to 15th is going to be your early action colleges, your private colleges, and your Protestant Christian colleges. Universities of California will be November 1st to 30th. You can't submit that application until the 30th. You submit Cal State on October 1st. November 1st, for Universities of California. Regular period private colleges, you're going to submit those in the month of December. So you can see we're not too far away from delivering our first applications. These 3 types of schools, early action private colleges and Protestant Christian colleges, Universities of California and regular period private colleges are going to have application essays. If you have a long list, that could be 10, 20, or 30 essays. You want to start on those in the summer. Certainly want to get your Common App essay done and your University of California essays done. You can put those away and then just submit the applications. I don't know if you know this, but 90% of the work on an application is on the essays. We have a one-on-one youth support, EEP style, we call it. We did an earlier video on how we do essay support. I'll include that in the same email here. We did it earlier this spring. And of course, we'll provide application support. That's where we can help, but you have to decide, when is your youth going to be free enough to do this? Now, a lot of you might see this and think, well, in the fall, they'll work on their essays. That's fine. We can wait till fall, or you can wait, or you can come to us in the fall or go to your school or wherever, but look how dangerously close you are to delivery. In fact, I'm going to want schools delivered by October 31st, some schools that are in this period here. Wait until fall, you have the competition with your homework, your school activities that you don't have in the summer. When your youth starts, I don't know when they're going to be available, but here's when it depends. I've already started with some youth. What schools they're applying to, because they're not applying to a lot of schools with essays, and they don't need to worry, right? GPA and the SAT scores may determine when you start. Your affordability objectives may determine when you start. I can explain all that to you in the College Readiness Conference. There, or your youth's availability to work on their application essays. If they're very busy until August, then they shouldn't really start early in the summer. And some students will be very busy, you know that. The length of the college application list, if they've got a lot of schools on their list, the longer you wait, the tougher it's going to be, more stressful. And of course, the students' writing skills. You know, how good of a writer are they? You may want to start earlier. If you feel there's going to be some multiple amount of editing that we'll have to do, then you need to start them early. And usually parents know what the writing ability of their student is. Well, what's next? Contact me for a college readiness meeting between me, you and your youth. Develop their college list and talk about career with them. I can then offer you the proper application support agreement. And they run in price from $100 up to $400, depending on what kind of agreement you want to pick, you want to select for your student. Here's what you'll need for the meeting: a 3-year transcript or a 2-year transcript, plus the latest progress report, and the PSAT or SAT scores, if they're available. There may not be any scores. If you have a meeting, well, I should say, if you have had a meeting already, contact me for how we can help your youth to start right now and for you to prepare for the FAFSA completion. You got to start working on this college essay and the FAFSA right now. There's my email address. get a hold of me and I'll be glad to work with you and your youth. God bless you. Bye bye now, parents. Hope to hear from you soon.